Welcome to day 1 of Making It Work Rayquaza, where I show you guys how to make a team work, such as Rayquaza, as you can probably tell by the title. If you guys didn't see my last video, we are using a team of Rayquaza, Kyogre, Clefairy, Ferrothorn, Volcarona, and Raichu. So we're just gonna start right off, and if you're interested in seeing what the team build is, I recommend you check out my last video where I explained what the team was made of. Alright, so our first opponent of the day has a team of Whimsicott, Terrakion, Salamence, Kyogre, Aegislash, and Amoonguss. So they're only using one of the allowed legendaries. Okay, that's interesting. One strategy they could be running is Primal Kyogre with the, I think it's Fake Tears Whimsicott, which lowers special defense. So like Water Spout or Origin Pulse will do a lot of damage if they get that off. Well, I'll have no problem using Water Spout here, other than the Aegislash. Kinda wanting to use Rayquaza Clefairy here, just to redirect any attacks I may run into. And yeah, I think that's actually something to go with. So Rayquaza Clefairy. I don't know Kyogre, if Kyogre is really the best option here. I think Volcarona would be good against the Amoonguss and Aegislash. Okay, I want Kyogre just to deal with the Salamence and Terrakion because they can be an issue for the team if I don't take care of them properly. And then, let's see. Do I want Ferrothorn? Raichu? I kind of think... kind of not too sure about using Volcarona. I'm gonna go with Ferrothorn. Okay, so I sent out Rayquaza Clefairy, they sent out Whimsicott Terrakion. Okay, so not a bad start for me. I could just Mega Evolve here and go for the Dragon Ascent on Whimsicott, and then I could even go for I could go for Icy Wind and both of them to make sure they're slower than my Rayquaza next turn. And then I'm pretty sure Rayquaza Extreme Speed can knock out Whimsicott after getting Icy Wind damage. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Mega Evolve Protect and then just go for an Icy Wind onto my opponent. So they're going for... Okay, I get the Protect off. They go for Beat Up on Terrakion. Oh, it's this kind of thing. Okay, hopefully Clefairy can take Rock Slide okay and doesn't flinch. And I think we'll be good here. Clefairy actually faints. That is horrible. So I'm going to send out Kyogre. I'm going to go for Extreme Speed on Whimsicott so I don't get Encored into something I don't want to use. And then I'm going to go for a Water Spout. Forgot to beat up Terrakion. So that did a lot of damage, Rock Slide. Okay, so we're just waiting for our opponent. So my opponent can either switch or do a Protect. I get Extreme Speed off, doing a large amount of damage to Whimsicott, and knocks out both Pokemon. So now my opponent's down to 2 Pokemon, which is great for me. And I didn't get Encored into Extreme Speed, which I was worried about. So right here, my opponent can send out Kyogre and, I guess, Salamence. So they do send out Salamence Kyogre, okay. The Salamence is the biggest issue for my Kyogre right now. I mean, for my Rayquaza. I could switch out Kyogre here and switch into Ferrothorn. And, I want to save my Rayquaza for taking out the Kyogre. I I guess I could go for it. Switch into Ferrothorn, and then just Water Spout to get off some damage. So it's going to be a Water Stab here. Okay, so I get Water Spout off, and it does a lot of damage to Salamence. Salamence actually gets Dragon Dance up, so that's kind of scary. Okay, so I can go for the Gyro Ball and Salamence, and another Water Spout. And as long as I can get the Salamence knocked out, I think I can win, although if they protect, it may be an issue for me. I'm also kind of concerned about them going after my Ferrothorn, but if they go after Ferrothorn and not Kyogre, Kyogre can knock out Salamence with Water Spout, but they knocked out my Kyogre instead. Ferrothorn knocks out Salamence with Gyro Ball, which is great. Now Rayquaza can come in and just one-shot the Kyogre. Alright, so just gonna go for a Power Whip here and Dragon Ascent. And this should knock out the Kyogre. Okay, Dragon Ascent comes off, knocks out Kyogre. So Life Orb, Rayquaza really showing its power here, taking out Kyogre with just one hit. Kyogre did have some chip damage, so that was good. Also, the Water Spout on Salamence, I did not expect it to do that much damage, so that was really nice to see. We're going to jump into one more battle for today as we load. So, Ferrothorn's working pretty well with this team so far. Okay, so second opponent day has a team of Rayquaza, Togekiss, Blaziken, Gastrodon, Bisharp, and Kyogre. So, Ferrothorn's going to be pretty important here for dealing with, like, Togekiss and Gastrodon and Kyogre. So I'm definitely going to bring that. I mean, I could lead with Kyogre, Rayquaza, just to threaten my opponent. There's also Rayquaza Clefairy. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think... Do I want to do that? Okay, I'm going to bring Rayquaza Clefairy again. Actually, change of plans. I'm going with Rayquaza, Kyogre, Ferrothorn in the back, and... Do I want Clefairy? Or do I want Volcarona? Let's go with Volcarona. I guess I could have brought Raichu because it's Grass Knot, but oh well. Okay, they sent out Rayquaza Togekiss. Okay, I'm totally fine with this. So what I can do here is actually... Little concerned about the Rayquaza here. I don't think Ice Beam has enough power to knock out the Rayquaza. Let's find out. I'm going to Dragon Ascent the Togekiss and Ice Beam the Rayquaza. Okay, it Mega Evolve, so it's faster than my Rayquaza, which makes sense. And I forgot they have Follow Me. Okay, they get up Swords Dance. That's interesting. Okay, so Togekiss goes down this turn. I'm pretty sure I can take out Rayquaza if they don't protect next. Well, Extreme Speed would be really bad. So they go for the Extreme Speed. I'm pretty sure that's going to knock out something. They may go for the Extreme Speed on my Rayquaza. I'm going to switch into Ferrothorn and go for an Ice Beam on the Rayquaza. Hopefully they went for the Rayquaza. I knock out it with one shot! It's a crit! How convenient! Okay, so... Wow, I knocked out 2 Pokemon in 2 turns, so... Yeah, VGC 2016 is a pretty fast-paced meta, and they just forfeit. Or disconnect. Either way, that was a very convenient crit. I don't think Ice Beam would have knocked out Rayquaza even if it wasn't a crit. So, yeah. Oh well. Anyways, 2 cool games. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to jump in the 3rd game. That one went too fast. We're just going to go for a 3rd game today. Okay, 3rd game of the 3rd opponent of the day has a team of Groudon, Rayquaza, Cresselia, Ferrothorn, Crobat, and Greninja. So, interesting team. They're all shiny. But, so, the only Pokemon that can Mega Evolve here is Rayquaza, so that's obviously their Mega. Crobat's probably the speed setter. Not sure what the Greninja's gonna do. It's usually a fast attacker. I guess they have Cresselia for the Trick Room option. So Ferrothorn's gonna do really good against Crobat, Greninja, and Cresselia. Not so much against the other Ferrothorn. I think Volcarona is really important here to deal with the Ferrothorn, so I'm gonna want to bring that. I guess I could go for the offensive lead here of Kyogre Rayquaza. I'm just worried about the other Rayquaza though. Yeah, let's do it. Rayquaza Kyogre with the Ferrothorn in the back and Volcarona. So those seem to be the most important and best used Pokemon for me. Okay, so they lead with Groudon, its Primal, and Cresselia. Kinda thinking it might be Trick Room. So I kinda just wanna go for the knockout on the Cresselia. So I'm actually gonna go for a Dragon Ascent on Cresselia and Water Spout. So I Mega Evolve. They protect. I'm okay with that. Get Water Spout off. Lots of damage, not too much. Will Dragon Ascent knock it out? Dragon Ascent knocks out Cresselia, so good turn for me. Alright. Now my opponent sends out their Rayquaza. I think the Groudon's gonna switch into something else. Because it is not in a good position. Best thing that could switch into would be Ferrothorn, so I'm gonna go for a Dragon Ascent on it. And another Water Spout. Okay, they switch in. It is Ferrothorn. Rayquaza Mega Evolves, but protects. That's great for me. I get the Water Spout off into Ferrothorn. And the Dragon Ascent. And Ferrothorn goes down. Okay, now this is a little tricky because now they can send in Groudon. It cancels the Rayquaza's ability, so now my Kyogre can't get any damage off. Yeah, this is bad. So I could switch in Volcarona. Yeah, that may have not been the best play, knocking out the Ferrothorn right away. So how do I get out of this? I can go for the Waterfall. No, I can't even Waterfall with the weather up. I mean, I could go for a double switch here, which is actually probably the best thing to do. I'm going to do a double switch here. As long as I can get them back out, I'm in a good position. They do Dragon Ascent on Ferrothorn. Rayquaza's taking some damage, which is good for me. Eruption, knocking out Ferrothorn, but not my Volcarona, so good for me. I'm going to send out Rayquaza now. And I am just going to go for a Protect, and if they don't attack my Rayquaza, I get Tailwind up, which ensures that my Rayquaza will outspeed their Rayquaza next turn. They're actually protecting, okay. So I protect too. I set up Tailwind. They do Eruption. Down goes Volcarona. And they actually just forfeit because I could have sent out Kyogre next turn and gone for a Water Spout. And even if they do Extreme Speed, that hopefully would have been enough damage to knock out the Groudon. I don't know, maybe. And then Rayquaza would have outspeeded the Rayquaza, and I could have gone for like Dragon Ascent or something and knocked out the Rayquaza next turn. So, yay me! Cool. I have now reached the 1400s. Woot woot. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to day 1 of Making It Work Rayquaza. This team is working pretty good so far. I'm really liking it, and hopefully we can have more fun games tomorrow. I'll see you guys later.